The Plant and Animal Cell by Sidney Fogg. The plant cell. The cell wall. The function of the cell wall is to strengthen and protect the cell. It also helps the cell keep its shape. The cell membrane. The function of the cell membrane is to control what substances enter and exit the cell. The nucleus. The function of the nucleus is to control everything the cell does. It is called the control center of the cell. The cytoplasm. The function of the cytoplasm is to give the cell its shape. It also helps fill the cell out and keep its organelles in their place. The mitochondria. The function of the mitochondria is to produce proteins so that the cell can carry out its functions. The mitochondria is called the powerhouses of the cell. The Golgi bodies. The function of the Golgi bodies is to receive proteins and other newly made materials from the endoplasmic reticulum and the ribosomes. The Golgi bodies then packages them up and distributes them to other parts of the cell. The Golgi bodies are called the mailroom of the cell. The ribosomes. The function of the ribosomes is to produce proteins. The proteins that they produce are shipped to the Golgi bodies. The vacuole. The function of the vacuole is to store food and other materials for the cell. They can also store waste. Most of the cell's water is found in the vacuole. The chloroplasts. The function of the chloroplast is to capture energy from the sunlight and use it to make food for the cell. The animal cell. The cell membrane. The function of the cell membrane is to control what things enter and exit the cell. It makes sure that the good stuff stays in and the bad stuff stays out, and it keeps the organelles in the cell. The nucleus. The function of the nucleus is to control everything the cell does. It acts as the cell's control center. The cytoplasm. The function of the cytoplasm is to keep the organelles in their place. It also gives the cell its shape. The mitochondria. The function of the mitochondria is to produce energy so the cell can carry out its functions. The mitochondria are called the powerhouses of the cell. The ribosomes. The function of the ribosomes is to produce proteins for the cell. These proteins will be shipped to the Golgi bodies. The Golgi bodies. The function of the Golgi bodies is they receive proteins and other materials from the endoplasmic reticulum and the ribosomes. They then package them up and ship them throughout the cell. They are called the cell's mailroom. Cells are the building blocks of all living things. One tiny cell can make up a simple organism. Hundreds and thousands of cells can make up more complex organisms. Cells simply control plants or animals. The cell is like a school because the cell wall is like the school walls because it protects the school from the outside world and makes it strong. The cell membrane is like the window screens because it keeps the good in and the bad out, and they are both thin and flexible. The nucleus is like the principal because it controls what the school does. The cytoplasm is like the classrooms because they fill out the school and give the school its shape. The Golgi bodies are like the teacher mailrooms because they get the mail and it is shipped to the teachers. The vacuole is like the school store because food and other materials are stored there. The mitochondria is like the teachers because they help the school carry out its functions. The chloroplasts are like the solar panels on the school because they capture sunlight and turn it into energy. The ribosomes are like the cafeteria because they produce proteins for the school.